All right, boys, so we have a top 10 for you guys right here today. It's going to be the safety position. It's going to include free safeties and also strong safeties in this list here today. If you guys enjoy videos like this, I do it for other positions, the main positions in Madden right now. I also do gameplays on all of the brand new cards that come out, so make sure you have those noties on. Hit that sub. We're on that road to 20K. Appreciate you guys so much. It's throughout Madden 23 already. Now let's get into that number 10. To start off right here at number 10, we do have Jevon Holland, and Jevon Holland's one that's been kind of meta here for a while. Obviously, Headliners was the first promo we got of the year. He was in part 2 of it, and he's a card that's kind of stuck around. He is a solid heighted player at 6'1", 200 pounds. He has 88 speed, which is falling definitely behind right now in the meta. You guys know there's 89 speed, 90, 91, and even 92 speed wide receivers in the game now. But at the end of the day, for how stacked this list is, it's really comes down to once we get to like number 8, that's when we start getting like that 90 plus right here in the range. But at the end of the day, Jevon Holland has to make this list with how good he is across the board with 87 man, 89 zone, really solid hit power, really good play rec and pursuit on him. The only thing that's a negative is that he is just one of the slower guys in the list. At the number 9 spot, we do have Jordan Whitehead right here, and he is a solid free safety, a very slept on one, and it really comes down to he is a shorter guy right here. You could arguably put Jevon Holland above him as well. I do like that he comes with 90 hit power. He's a very good player in the box, being a run support safety. He has 90 tackling as well. Really good excel on him too. He is obviously 5'10", so you're losing a little bit of height right here, but it's a card that's going to come with very solid stats. Right now, the way I look at it, I kind of gave up on height unless you're overwhelmingly tall, because when you think about it, I've used every card in the game. Like I told you guys, I do gameplays on everybody. It seems like no matter what DB you throw out there, Revis, you could throw out Tariq Woolen, you'll get dunked on. You'll always get dunked on. We now have a 6'8" wide receiver in the game. All the meta wide receivers in the game are 6'4" and above. Even DK, the shortest meta wide receiver at 6'3". It is nuts out here, boys. No matter what DB you free safety you're gonna put out there, they're gonna get dunked on. So at the end of the day, I'm taking guys with good stats and solid speed out there, and Jordan Whitehead checks all of those boxes right here. Number 8, and very similar to our guy Jordan Whitehead, we have Troy POLAMALU here. Another shorter player, but when you look at him, he has actually very good stats across the board. Just like our guy, I can't even think of his name now, Whitehead, I just said it. He has 90 zone and power, which is very, very good. He has really solid pursuit as well. A very good in the box type of player here. He also does get solid abilities for cheap deep route KO, which I'm not the biggest fan of because of how bad his man coverage is, but you could stick that on a tight end, and even though the tight end will be much bigger than him, he'll still knock it out because of that ability. He also does have really solid speed. The only negative, like I said with Whitehead, is that height. But like I said with Whitehead, and no matter who you throw out there at DB, they're going to get dunked on at the end of the day. Troy POLAMALU is one I used for the longest time out there, and he was a solid card for me. He made a lot of plays. He got dunked on a lot, but like every other DB, he's a solid card, boys. Definitely top 10. But number 7, we have CORDARRELLE Patterson, and CORDARRELLE Patterson's one that is a solid card. I picked him up on the day 1. I did the set. I can't remember. Was it Eric? Yeah, it was Eric Dickerson we did the set for. And he was a guy that played on my team for, I think, 2 to 3 days. I went back to the God Squad players, but he's still a solid card. I got to use him. Felt very good out there. He's 6'2", 220. So he's pretty thick for being a safety. Honestly, if they would have kept his weight from last year, if you guys remember, he was like 238 pounds. That would have been even better for us. But he is a card that is 88 speed, 87 excel. So we're losing a little bit of speed here, but we're gaining much more height. Obviously, if we're going to give up 1 speed, if I'm going to get, what, plus 3 inches compared to Whitehead and Troy P, I'm going to take it every single day, especially when he comes with really solid stats, too, like 90 pursuit, 90 zone as well. He's a solid card, boys. Definitely a good piece to add, and he was a card you could have got for free through the field pass and also the house rule. Well, the house rules didn't work, but hopefully we get those rewards soon, and then you can get it for free again. At number 6, this is actually the only card on the list that I have not been able to use yet, and that's only because Team of the Week is absolutely outrageous right now, especially for a safety. Jordan Poyer, though, very high on this list. I do feel like we are starting to get up there in the higher echelon of safeties right now in the game, and he has 90 speed on him, 91 excel, 6 foot, which isn't overwhelmingly tall, but to a lot of the guys on the list we were comparing to, he's technically considered taller, right? 93 pursuit on him, though. He has 90 zone. Solid card with solid play rack. We would have loved to see that at 90. That would have been absolutely huge for zone play at the end of the day. But Jordan Poyer is one out there that you could throw out there. He's going to play very well in zone. Honestly, if you're a man meta guy, I know a lot of you guys are. I know a lot of people are running corners at safeties, but I feel like zone is definitely underrated, and if you are, I feel like Poyer's got to be on the team. This card's actually nuts. At number 5, we have the free Malik Hooker right here. Malik Hooker's a very good card in the game. It's just, I don't think a lot of people's competitive passes are tracking right now. I know mine's not for sure because I played all day yesterday for most feared re-rolling and playing head-to-head, and the day before, and it wasn't working for me. So I'm missing a lot of competitive points. I should probably have him on the team by now. Really sad I don't have him, but he's still a good card. 6'1", I can't wait to have him. 6'1", he has 91 speed on him, 92 zone coverage. The thing about this card though is he's literally, you're not gonna put this guy in man. He has 82 man coverage on him. Kind of trash, but he does come with that 92 zone. Like I said, 6'1" is solid height comparative to a lot of safeties we've shown so far. With top end speed, the fastest guy we've shown yet on the list. Malik Hooker, without a doubt, is top 5 in the game. I've not played against one yet. I don't know anybody with the Malik Hooker yet, but hopefully they start fixing our field passes soon, because I definitely want to give this guy a go. At number 4, we do have Rod Woodson, and Rod Woodson is one that I just couldn't decide with the next guy up. Obviously, many of us run multiple safeties in the game. You could probably put him, Rod Woodson can go anywhere from 3 and 4 right now. For me, like I said, very interchangeable. Kind of 2 different players as well. You'll see once we get there, but looking at Rod, 89 speed, which is very solid in the game. Nothing insane like we just showed you a 91 Malik Hooker. But the thing I love about him, though, is this guy could play any style defense. You can run match with him. You can run man, being a 90 man player right there. And also you can run zone with him, which is a 91 zone. Honestly though, like I said, when you run match, having a player that can have both above 90, which is very, very helpful. I think match has to do with both of them, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not 100% sure on that. But like I said, if you like to mix up your defenses, which I feel like is the hardest thing to play against when people are running different man, zone, all different type of trap defenses, that's when Rod Woodson is an absolute beast. He also gets a lot of really good abilities discounted, like you guys can see that deep route KO. He's a good card in the game, boys. I know he's not as fast as the next 3 guys, but man, he is definitely nuts. At number 3, like I said, with our guy Cam, he is very interchangeable with Rod Woodson. They're both completely different players, right? Cam is a user type player you're going to have in the box. Rod Woodson's a guy you're going to have up top. So really at the end of the day, I know they're 3 and 4, but pick whoever you need more. Do you need more of a user player, or do you need more of just an up top safety? I'd probably go with our guy Rod Woodson. But the reason why I like Cam in the box, he has that 91 hit power, 91 zone. He has really good tackling. I just feel like 6'3", 225 pounds, you gotta have him in the box. He's gonna pick off a lot of balls that are way behind him as well. Being the tallest guy on this, yeah, he is the tallest guy on this list as well, which is absolutely nuts. Cam Chancellor had to be top 3. I'm sorry. Now that I'm looking back on it, I'm definitely taking him over Rod. I don't know. Like I said, it depends on what you need more, but Cam, I feel like he's definitely one of the best users in the game right now. At number 2, we have Nolan Cromwell, and for whatever reason, he's not on the block. I sat there for like 5 minutes, 10 minutes refreshing, trying to find him. He's not on the block at all, but we know he's in the game. We got to use him. I used him for 1 game. He's a good card. I mean, he's a very solid card. 6'1" right here, 200 pounds. So on the tall, like I said, 6'1" is honestly pretty solid height right now for the DBs in the game. 91 speed is top end in the game. We have what? One other player that's 91 speed, Malik Hooker, we've shown so far. The guy we're about to show, obviously number 1, has 91 speed too. So it is top end. It's tied for the fastest safety in the game. He has 90 man, 92 zone. So this guy could play both sides of the ball as well. It's kind of like, this is basically a better Rod Woodson at the end of the day. That's what this card is. Not as insane in the box, like 78 tackling, 87 power. It's still solid. It's definitely still solid. I will say this though, he looks a lot smaller out there, like not height wise, but build wise. I feel like he kind of gets ran over when I play against him, but yeah, that's not what he's here for. He's a high top safety. You're going to play him in man. You're going to play him in zone. He's going to break up a lot of balls. He's going to make a lot of interceptions. Definitely a top 3 safety in the game without a doubt. Number 1, this probably is one of the easier picks. Derwin James is without the doubt number 1 safety in the game. I picked him up on day 1. This card makes plays no other card I've had yet. And I really do, like, you guys can see he's good at everything, right? If you have any simple sort of strat card, you can even have a silver one. You can help get that man above 90. You can play a lot of man coverage with him. He has 91 zone coverage. Perfect, right? 90 power. He has 91 speed, top end right now in the game as a safety. 91 excel, 6'2" as well. He could be your user, which I'm going to be honest. Like I said with Cam, I think I would rather user Cam, although he is a little bit slower. The reason why I'd user Cam is because DERWIN is such a good card. I would let the computer do what they want with him, right? He is such a good card. Let the computer use him. I like to user the little bit worse of players so I can make them better with better user skill. That's why I don't like using the best. Hopefully that makes sense. Hopefully you guys are understanding that. And honestly, hopefully that sways your mind, because I feel like that's the best way to run your defense, is letting the computers use your better cards. But DERWIN James is a card right now. Honestly, these cards being under 400k, DERWIN feels like he's almost a must. It's considered cheap this Madden. That's how expensive this Madden's been. Boys, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Yes, the top 10s are gonna continue throughout the whole entire year. I know I didn't post one for like what, 3-4 days, and I had a lot of people asking and wondering if they went away. Boys, I gotta let them marinate a little bit, you know what I mean? I gotta let the top 10s marinate. We gotta get more cards, so I don't want to update with just 1 or 2 new cards. I like to have at least minimum like 3 to 4 to 5 new cards on the list before I do a new one. But I hope you guys enjoyed this one, and hope to see you guys in the next video. Peace out, boys.